Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Fate Apocrypha, which is on episode 10. Now, this episode here was a fight battle oriented episode. There was nothing really complicated that I could give out, etc. Not even like very big details. But some surprises came along the way, and I'm thinking in my mind, does this really have to happen? But I guess it is what it is. We have to it that Saber or Red decides to turn her attention to the homunculus Sig. And eventually Ryder came in to save Sig from being slashed up and gets really upset of what Sig is doing, or the homunculus he saved is doing. He's like, "What are you, stupid? I saved your life, but not something you could throw away your life like this." And of course there is a scene with Jack the Ripper killing other homunculuses and feeding herself, and of course we have to it that Berserker of Black comes in the nick of time and clashes against Saber of Red. But apparently, just by looking at it, it looks like Saber of Red did not even have to do a lot of effort to take down Berserker of Black. Like literally, she just like took Berserker of Black down with a little bit of her power, and then does a fatal blow to the chest, and Zeke tries to interfere and stabs Mordred or Saber Red, and Mordred on the other hand decides to kill him after all, and she asks Sig, "Aren't you satisfied just by having your sword reach me? Why continue to fight?" And Sig's like, "Ryder saved me. That's more of enough." And then he tried to stab her again, only for Saber to dodge effortlessly, grab him in the back, or take him up to the front and stab him right there. And therefore, Ryder was really upset about this, and Sig falls down fatally dead. And Mordred, on the other hand, decides to remember his name right there, and she goes like, "Your name's Sig, huh? I'll be sure not to forget your name." Ryder, upset about this, tries to clash against Saber, but because of the injuries she sustained from from her previous battle, she was unable to hold out a little longer. Berserker of Black, who's still alive, decides to use her normal phantasm, blasting tree whatsoever, and ends up trying to blow her up to do a suicide kamikaze. Of course, the Master of Berserker of Black decides to help her out with that, but apparently all that did not come out so well. Mordred is still alive thanks to her armor and to the magic supply that her master managed to give to her in order to live. And we have to it that Sig ends up having a dream and conversation with Siegfried himself, how he lived his life. Like after killing the dragon, he's bathed in a dragon's blood. He ends up helping other people, and especially when he helped other people, he ends up dying at his own free will. Well, not dying on his own free will, but after conversating with him about what's his wish and about his past and his history, he asks the boy, "What do you want?" And he tells him to draw the sword if it's frightening when he sees a dragon in front of him. Therefore, the Sig on the other hand says, "I don't know what my wish is for, but give me the power to save someone. That's the path I choose." And he orders his body of the command spell, which is really surprising in a certain way. And he ends up transforming into Siegfried. But after Saber Red has a little conversation with Ryder and her master, she ends up deciding to clash against Sig. Well, that's in Siegfried's form. And everyone was actually pretty surprised about this. Even Kontamine feels a little irritated. And we have to it that both Saber of Black, of course, that's Sig in Siegfried's form, and Mordred ends up activating the Noble Phantasm, and ends up with both of them clashing with both of the powers to the limit, and ends off there. So overall, pretty cool episode, not too bad. Actually had a lot of fun. Although when it came to Kotamine, Sig transforming into Siegfried, I'm like, does this really work? I mean, I know he has his heart and all, but how's that even possible? Although Kotamine Shiro does explain a little bit to a little bit fact here and there, it still like it got me a little confused here and there. So until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. So I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toodaloo!